morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture, along with celebrity legal news. So, let's get back into my pop culture bag. But before I do, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. And if you like what you see, subscribe. Listen, Mahershala Ali is out here promoting his movie with Jurassic Park Rebirth, World Rebirth, excuse me. And he's on the press tour for that, him and Scarlett Johansson. And questions were asked about Blade. So I've got it queued up. Let me pull this article up. And this is going to be the Hollywood Reporter. And the article is written by Kristen Chuba. All right, let's get into this article. Mahershala Ali admits he doesn't know where Marvel's is right now after Blade delays. So, if you're not familiar, back in 2019, Marvel had announced that they were going to do a remake or a reboot of the Blade franchise. Everyone was excited. We were looking forward to that. And then we heard a lot of delays. There was a delay in the script. We didn't have a good script. Then, after we didn't have a good script, we didn't have a director. Then we didn't have a director. We didn't have a director, nor did we have a script. And the delays kept coming. I do believe that Bo DeMaio at one point was in talks to be the director for Blade, the writer and the director for Blade. But just making sure that none of that kind of panned out. It seemed because there was even a point at one time in this whole franchise where they were trying to. One of the scripts was kind of making Mahershala Ali making the Blade character the secondary character in its own franchise, in its own show. So all of that to say is that there have been a lot of delays, so much so that the Blade movie has been taken off the Marvel slot. Now they're saying that it's going to come back in 2017, but that's never written in stone. And then there was also a time when the Deadpool and Wolverine movie came out last year, where, well, actually, it's been 2 years now, year before last, where that movie came out and Wesley Snipes had come out and to reignite his role as Blade. There was even talks that they wanted him to come back through and play the titular character. So it's been a lot of different things. It has been a lot of different things, and basically it's real interesting how Marvel can write for characters, but we can't seem to get Blade off the ground. I just don't understand how difficult it is to do a Vampire Slayer movie. So, and I think with Ryan Coogler's success in Sinners, I think that they've seen that they have kind of dropped the ball on that, and they saw that there is a market. There's always a market for Black characters and things like that. But however, there's just a point. There's a point in there is a section in our population that feel like they shouldn't have to be exposed to Black superhero characters because, who wants to share, and I'm just speaking from their perspective, who wants to share a superhero role, or who wants to see superhero roles that look like Black folks. We have that kind of thing coming out. And I know a lot of people get upset and they're like, you're just trying to be divisive. I'm not being divisive. It's just the reality. And if you can't listen to the reality of stuff, then I don't know what to tell you. So let's get to this article, y'all. Because reality is reality. All right. The actor weighed in on a long gestating project while celebrating Jurassic World Rebirth in NYC. And if you are into the Jurassic Park franchise, y'all go please support that brother Mahershala. Go see the movie. I don't know, Your girl here has a thing about dinosaurs. I dream I'm always being chased by a dinosaur. I don't know what that means. I don't really care to know what it means. I just know that dinosaurs scare me, and they've scared me since, and this is showing my age, since the Land of the Lost and the TV show when it came on television. And I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, so let's get into this article. So it talked about him walking the red carpet in New York on Monday. So this is when they were able to speak with him. And he was supporting his new blockbuster, Jurassic World Birth. And again, here you have this two-time Oscar-winning actor waiting on you to get a project to go through, and you're not getting this project through. And I clearly don't understand what's going on in Marvel's head. However, the man's got to eat, so he went on and completed this movie with Scarlett Johansson. And so the Hollywood Reporter was able to talk with him about it. And let's see what he says. He says the vampire thriller has been stuck in developmental hell for years, as two different directors have exited the project, while Ali has been attached to the project since 2019. It was also hampered by the actors and writers' strike, alongside Disney changing the studio strategy. You know, again, that studio strategy kind of changed. They were looking forward to Kang being the big bad, but with the poor, I guess, box office showing of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, they were looking to refocus. Now they were able to blame it on the conviction of Jonathan Majors, but we find out that they were trying to move away from that Kang dynasty when they didn't see the box office success that they wanted to. And that's not a Jonathan Majors fault. That is a Marvel's fault, because they should have never introduced him as the big bad in that Marvel Quantum Mania. And then they should have never allowed for his character to be defeated by ants. So that's a Marvel writing. They wanted to get that Kang villain up and running. I think that they messed around and put it in the wrong franchise. That's just my opinion. Or even if they put it in that franchise, they should not have allowed for him to be defeated the way he was. I think it should have been something as simple as uh, swinging him back in time to be Ramatut. There was always something that they could have done besides him being sucked into a machine. Correct, correct. How you doing, Liam? You must be an insomniac, one of the good insomniacs like myself. Well, good morning to you. Yes, playing the blame game. Everything is always a blame. But let's go over what Mr. Ali has said. He told the Hollywood Reporter that when it comes to Blade, he's just taking it one day at a time, and he's doing the best work I can, pointing to the upcoming film, Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother, as one that scratched his stunt itch. But he added, I would love for Blade to happen. We'll see. I don't know where Marvel is right now. I'm just looking for the next great part. I really am. So, listen, no one in the world blames Mahershala Ali for this. Go on and make your movies, because Marvel has had you on hold for the past 5 years unnecessarily. Unnecessarily. So for you to go on to start making films with Jurassic Park and also Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother, go ahead and make your movie. Go ahead and make your movies and do what you need to do, because no one should be waiting on Marvel to get anything together. And it sounds like he's cut ties with Marvel. With this, but he added, I would love for Blade to happen. We'll see. I don't know where Marvel is right now. I'm just looking for the next great part. I really am. So it sounds like he's cut ties with Marvel. And I don't, like I said, I don't blame him. And it's as for his Jurassic Park entry, he says these types of films are so hard to shoot because of the way in which they're shot. You can do one scene in 3 countries over 4 months. Interesting. So I wouldn't necessarily say, as a performer, as an actor, that that's necessarily enjoyable because it's difficult. It's hard to make sense of, he explained. So I think, if anything, you have to operate with a certain degree of trust that this is all going to fit together well. And so I guess the best part of is actually completing it and getting to see what the directors uh, was able to edit and put together. He says he just did a wonderful job in post. And that's interesting because I imagine how difficult that has to be as an actor. You're doing one shot in 3 countries over 4 months. Can you imagine having to get back into line your cue up and your lines and stuff up right together because you've got to get that perfect shot? And not only get that perfect shot, but then having to remember, wearing the same clothes and doing all those different things. So yeah, I guess after a while it would be difficult to kind of allow your mind's eye to figure out how everything is coming together. But that's the beauty of the editors. Shout out to the editors of movies. That's the beauty of editors, how they could put all that stuff together. But what do you all think? I think that Mahershala Ali is done with Marvel. Marvel has literally wasted his time. I don't blame him for moving on. So he's got another movie coming out with Marvel unsure as to when they're going to put Blade out. And like I said, I don't think that they're going to put Blade out at all. I think with the way the climate is right now and the way people are opposed to DEI or quote unquote woke, basically what they're saying is black. They don't want to see black artists, black superheroes, black anything unless that black person is in a supporting role. They don't want to see them as the lead. So I don't know exactly what he does. I will go where I'm celebrated. And if these 2 movies that he has going out is where he's going to be celebrated, I definitely think that that's a good thing for him. But again, we're going to see with Marvelous. What do you all think? Y'all let me know down in the comments. All right, people. We do this every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Y'all, please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. And as always, people, bye-bye.